right if loving you is wrong, fans. And man, have I done a video about Randall being killed? I don't think I have. Well, then again, this is my first season, like thoroughly reviewing the show as it airs, so this is probably the first one. And this is a video about, will Bennett actually be the one to kill Randall? And to be completely honest here, I don't think that's the case, nor do I want it to be that specific way. I'm sure a lot of people want the likes of Randall and Eddie to finally pay for their crimes, but at the same time, they're kind of some of the more entertaining characters on the show to watch, kind of like on the haves and have-nots. Veronica, as flawed as she is in regards to her personality traits and character growth or lack thereof, and I've done plenty of videos on that, I do feel like she is still one of the more entertaining characters to watch, despite how annoying she could be at times in regards to being condescending to a lot of people. But she does keep it fresh when the plot demands that she does. But when it comes to Randall and Bennett, it's just one of those situations where, kind of like, a lot of people don't like the idea of Ian being the father of the baby, and he just kind of came into the picture in regards to being a potential father. I feel the same way about Bennett being the one that kills Randall, when he literally just came to the block or the neighborhood like 7 episodes ago. So I feel like when it comes down to it, we have to look at the trailer where we have Randall, pretty much screaming when he enters his house and sees that it's been vandalized, because I think Natalie tells Bennett if you haven't already, you need to watch the season finale trailer breakdown I did for Jennifer, because that's the episode coming Tuesday. And thanks so much. I think that video should be reaching over 30,000 hits this weekend, which is fantastic. And I even apologized in the video because I knew I could not wait to get that video out. I had to get it done right then and there. But also the fact that OWN did not put out the official trailer yet on their social media. I did have a trailer via the Tyler Perry Studios Instagram page, but unfortunately, because the quality of the trailer was not that great when I'm getting screenshots, I didn't put them in the video because the pictures are way too pixelated. So I did post them on Instagram, and I might post them on here if I'm able to find them. So just thank you all again for that. I think that, Natalie tells Bennett that Randall has been looking into his house, and I'm guessing that in a combination of, Bennett going into his house, seeing the naked photo of, Tanya's painting of a naked Randall, sends him off the deep end. So he literally goes to the back of Randall's house, kicks in the back door, smashes things, spray paints a message on the wall. I don't know what it says. I think the only word we can see is time and a few other letters, but the only full word we can see is time, because obviously they didn't want to show the entire message because we'll have to wait until the finale to see it, and Randall is enraged. So I'm wondering if, hell, what if it's Tanya that actually kills Randall? Because, that would be something else, since we know he gaslit or gaslighted. I don't know what the correct term is, but I know it was the one that Larry used when describing everything that was found out about Randall. And it's pretty crazy to think that he made his career by, convincing people they were crazy and then, quote unquote, curing them, whatever the case may be. I guess it's kind of the basis of how he started out, because the hospital got sued. So it's just one of those situations where he'll try to gaslight someone and it's the wrong one. So maybe, because he even told Bennett after he came over to the house and asked him not to speak to his wife again, yeah, okay, keep talking, I'll make that bitch crazier than she already is. Maybe he'll do that to Tanya, and that's not going to be the right move, because her wrath will be turned onto him, and that will be the end of Randall. But Bennett is kind of one of those situations where him doing that, being enraged and stuff, it's pretty interesting, because remember when they were first shown in like Let It Burn, I was theorizing that, or a lot of people along myself were like, well, maybe they moved from their old neighborhood, because the way Tanya kind of set it up, after seeing Marcy coming from her backyard, cackling and talking to herself in front of her house while they were unloading the moving truck, it was a situation like, well, what if Bennett, being the firefighter and whatnot, always got involved with the neighbors' drama and situations and tried to help, but actually got them in a situation where they just got mixed up in too much drama? Or maybe Bennett was kind of like the Lucian of his neighborhood, where whenever a situation went down, he was the one that got called upon, all the time. So, Tanya was like, we can't deal with this. Let's move somewhere else. And, it was thought that he was the reason for it. But then after her episode, if you will, when I say episode, her mental episode, is kind of like, oh, maybe that's why they moved, because Tanya, had a few of those not taking pill moments. That's when she was out and about. I don't know. She was naked, but that caused people to look at her, and her not being one to want to be stared at, decides to move. And Bennett agrees because he loves her, and then they come to this new neighborhood. But then you have to wonder, well, damn, what if there was a situation where Bennett literally attacked someone or, vandalized someone's house? But then again, I don't know if there was a Randall in their other town that pretty much was attracted to Tanya if they knew about her mental disease. I don't know. But I just feel like, what did Randall and Bennett say? It's like, well, what, you're a lover, not a fighter? No, I'm a protector. I forgot what he said, but it's just one of those situations where he'll protect the ones he loves, but at the same time, he'll attack anyone who threatens them. So I think that maybe the message on the wall might tell about Bennett's character. Hopefully it's not a racial slur. I hope that's not the case. But I just think it's one of those situations where, well, no, he does seem to get along with like Natalie and Esperanza and Alex well. So maybe it's not a color thing. It's more like I don't care what color you are, but you're not going to mess with me or my wife kind of thing. So we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. But with that being said, do you think Bennett will kill Randall? Do you think this is the first time Bennett has had a, emotional or, vengeful act against someone? Because maybe that explains it. I mean, if I were to, I'm not Randall, I'm not a psychologist or a therapist, but maybe it kind of goes back to their high school days. I think that it was mentioned that Tanya and Bennett were high school sweethearts and got married. And Tanya always asks, like, why are you with me? I have this mental disease, like, because I love you. What if it was a situation where she was like this in high school as well? She didn't take her pills sometimes and lashed out, and Bennett defended her against people that would bully her and stuff like that. So again, kind of like maybe they were Randalls at high school and whatnot. Maybe they weren't, flaunting themselves naked in front of her through a window, but maybe they were teasing her or whatnot, and in order to defend her, he would fight people. I don't know. I'm just saying it could be a possibility, or maybe he got revenge against them too. I don't know, but it's just a situation where maybe he doesn't have like a mental disorder, but maybe he has anger issues. I don't know, because maybe that's what makes him a match. But then again, we really haven't seen him lash out against Tanya. If anything, he's had emotional outbursts, but only because he wanted her to take the pills because she needs to. So I guess that's the best way to put it. So I mean, I've seen mixed reviews from these characters, and mixed reviews for these characters. I don't really like, oh my god, they're great, but I also don't like them. I just feel like as the story goes on, we'll definitely see why they were added to the cast. I think that some of the more negative feedback comes from the fact that we have like over half a dozen characters we haven't seen in years, yet we have these two new people on the block for some reason that are main characters. What the hell's going on? Tyler does what Tyler does. You know what? If I were to ever end this channel, I feel like one of my last statements in a video, or maybe the last video title, will be Tyler does what Tyler does. That's the only way to explain stuff, Like, no matter how many theories, no matter how many thoughts we have, at the end of the day, it's his script. But I kind of like these characters. I really want to see where it's going, but I'm very interested to see what that message is that Bennett wrote on Randall's wall, and how will Randall get revenge? Will he know that Bennett did it? I don't know if he'll sign his work. We'll just have to wait and see. Hell, maybe he thinks it's Tanya that did it. I don't know. It's one of those situations where kind of like Marcy was the one that set the fire, yet Randall's convinced that Brad did it. And also, we know that Marcy took the hard drive, but did Randall buy a new one in order to record what was going down? I know he has like cameras around his house trained on Alex's, but maybe he has cameras inside of the house or in his yard to see when people run up in it. I don't know. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and hit the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss any updates, because I am recording a good number of videos today that I'll post throughout the weekend. So once again, thanks so much, and gear up because the finale is coming in a couple of days. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you just saw, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, or if you have anything you would like to add to the video, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to keep up with me on social media, go to the description box. All of my links for social media are right there. Also, if you feel like you would like to donate to the channel, make sure to click on the link to PayPal. Any amount helps. $1, $5, $20. As a full-time YouTuber, any support from my fans really does mean a lot to me. Finally, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you're kept up to date on any new content I post to the channel. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next video.